Man, I can't lie. Every beat of one of those, man, just go crazy every time, boy. Look, y'all already know what this is. First things first, God did this. Don't get mad with us. I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. And we got the legacy maker, Mr. Exclusive.
You
And
already
we
know.
got the one man and the only man that's going to check you in to the Heartbreak Hotel. That's the Heartbreak Prince himself.
Sean.
What up?
Look, last night, Saturday night's main event, we got to talk about it because there was a couple things that was really big. And I mean, really big. Pause. So we kicked it off because we got to talk about it because this is crazy. All right, the first match, we got to talk about this. Okay, this tag team match with CM Punk, Sami Zayn, versus Seth Rollins and Bronson and Braun Breaker. Man, look, this was good. Okay, if Booker T was here, he said, "Good." Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you what was the best part about it. Y'all ready? And only one man can really tell you what I would say, what his name would be, but I don't want to say it. But I'll wait for it because there was one man that really showed up. The third man, the new member of this faction, and that is Bronson Tsunami.
Tsunami.
Come on now.
Reed.
Come on now. Man, this right here was gold. Okay, this is one of those things we gotta talk about it now because honestly, the first thing when this man Bronson Reed even came up, okay, you seen CM Punk. He was outside the ring. Okay, outside the ring, he was trying to get himself together. First of all, they had a camera angle on him, and the first thing I said was, "Wait a minute, what is this? The hell was that?" I mean, you just see a whole big, just a huge man pause just running through a barricade.
Meaty guys.
I said, what the hell is this? Oh my God. Bronson Reed. And the first thing I said was, man, here comes the tsunami. It's coming. It's coming. And man, as soon as he hit that joint of CM Punk, that crowd wanted another one.
Oh no.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I think the way these people get addicted to seeing this tsunami is the same way how they see my man Jacob Fatu when he's hitting those moonsaults. But honestly, it's one of those things, man. We talk about aura, we talk about storyline, we talk about how good is this getting. And man, this thing just turned up about at least 10 notches on the board. Because this is crazy. This is legitimately crazy. But I really gotta hear what y'all think. Break Prince, what are your thoughts, man? What you think?
Man, I loved it. Let me just say I really do like the feel of the Saturday Night Live main events. I like the old school WWE or WWF logo that's on the turnbuckles, the rope colors. Like I don't know, I like the feel the crowd's kind of closed in. It has like a big energy feel for like a smaller venue type of thing going on. And I don't know, it's nostalgic. It kind of takes you back to your childhood watching this stuff, when they had the wrestlers come out and all that kind of stuff. And they do the wrestlers from the past. But to get to this match here, it was great, man. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was an excellent way to kick off Saturday night's main event with a match of this caliber to kind of set the tone, the energy. And then what I think I enjoyed the most about this was the fact that this was like one of the first times in a while that you were really surprised by the addition to a team. In this case, we've been talking for a while about like who's the third person that's going to be part of this faction, this new faction with Seth Rollins. And I don't think any of us would have ever guessed that it was going to be Bronson Tsunami Reed. And so I like the fact that you had that surprise there. And then of course the tsunami that he delivered to CM Punk, just brutal. The fact that they had to hold this man's arms and legs down, there was no way to cushion the blow, the impact. and when Bronson came off that thing and his arms was going like this, I said, "Oh, he's getting a full effect." Yeah, he's not able to hold all this weight back. It's going to be full on impact. It looked like he's coming from a distance. And it was good, man. Like I said, it was a really good match. I I kind of think they took a little bit of a cheap way out as far as you didn't really get a winner per se. But
Right.
the delivery of this and Bronson Tsunami Reed being this third person in this faction here, hey, thumbs up. I love the surprise. I love to see that he is back because he was on an upward trajectory before. He went off screen for a while. I think he got injured. He was sick first, and then I think he got injured. So it's good to see him back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and he's in better shape. Better shape than he was.
He looked good. He looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, I kind of agree with Elwood here. I want to start off with what he said when it comes to the aura of Saturday Night Main Event, because it definitely gives you an old school feel. And no matter what anybody says about Jesse the Body Ventura, it definitely he just gives this. It takes you back to a place, especially when you lost the greats, like Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan and Vince. Hey, like Vince is not there anymore. So he's like, he gives you that voice from that era that you may not be able to get again. And even if you talk a little kooky nutty, we'll get into that a little bit later. That part of it was great. I love the intro. The intro that they played, because then they showed Mr. Perfect in there, and it was just and so yes, I wanted to piggyback off that. That was great. Now coming to the match, this match was actually really getting good, and then of course Bronson comes out there. I love the element of surprise here, because they definitely could have said, everybody's just thinking it's Austin Theory. It's going to be Austin Theory. It got to be Austin Theory. Why though? Didn't have to be Austin Theory. Now to me, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me because he was up and coming before he got hurt. And he's a guy, I think they know that he's got the ability in the ring that he could be a champion and a world champion down the road. And people wouldn't be like, oh my God, why did they make Bronson Reed a world champion? You can already tell he's getting over. He's been over with the crowd since he destroyed Seth a few months ago. So that part of it, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Now, at first, I also say that it doesn't make sense, because you would think that this would also fuel something, like when he's coming back, the first person he's probably going after is Seth Rollins or, whoever. I forgot how he got hurt. I can't remember. It's been a while, but
War Games.
War Games. Yeah. So, I mean, but still Seth Rollins, I feel like that would have been a rivalry at some point, but for them to do this makes me think that it was kind of low key smart, because what's going to happen is that conversation is going to come up at some point during this faction time. Hey man, you remember the 7 times you came off of the rope and tsunami me, and they kept wanting more. So it's gonna pop up at some point. But I know a lot of people were like, Evolution initially. This is a smidge different, only because yes, you got the mouthpiece with the Paul Heyman, which is perfect, and he's not even really talking that much right now.
No,
yeah, his presence being there alone is just enough. He's going to say stuff when he needs to, fine and dandy. But what you've done is you took 2 of the biggest, and I'm going to steal a line for Big E, and I'm going to just throw No Diddy in there beforehand, biggest, meatiest men that you can have out there, and toughest guys in the industry right now, like guys who can truly go in the ring, big
in their prime.
To line up with probably let's be honest with you, one of the greatest wrestlers in our generation is Seth Rollins. This is a very dynamic group. They've done a really good job of setting this thing up. Now I'm just intrigued, because we still haven't seen the direction this group is going to go in. We know that they're putting themselves together, but we don't know. They haven't really truly, we don't know what the motive is yet. Like, obviously he wants the world championship, but I feel like there's going to have to be more to it. So we'll see. But I loved it. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Seth he's insulating himself big time.
Yep. Yeah. He is.
You got Braun and Bronson Tsunami Reed. Come on, man.
Come on.
How are you gonna get to this man? How you gonna lay a finger on him? Who's gonna deal with that? Who's gonna deal with all that meat?
It's a lot of meat, man. A lot of meat.
All that meat.
Hey, but y'all been peeping Seth, I've been saying this, man. Seth with that black jacket, that black coat, that leather. I'm like, there's that Monday Night Messiah. We're seeing it, man. It's coming back. Look, I know it sounds crazy, but if I can just get one time, I might even just go back to those COVID era just to watch, just to hear that song again, just to see my man Seth come. I'm like, man, come on. Now I said, nah, this is greatest. But we got to talk about the next match. The next match that came up that we had was a little fast, a little It's interesting. Okay, look, this was a match that was actually pretty solid. I do think with Zelina and Chelsea Green, I think they put on a good match. There was a few little botchy areas from Zelina's end, but again, with Chelsea Green getting a little busted open on the nose, Zelina gets the W. She gets the pin. Looks good. Crowd was behind her. And this is the finish right here. Now, again, this was solid match overall. I think the only problem was, of course, that a lot of people talked about was, of course, Zelina Vega's 619. Not going to cap. I ain't never seen Zelina do nothing like that before, so that definitely did shock me. Social media, though, did say there's only one person that did a worse 619 than Zelina. And I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty shocked, but I wasn't. Because when I seen the video of my man Tama Tonga. Should I say, my bad, not Tama Tonga, because the yeah man ain't gonna do that. Tonga Loa was the one that brought shit up. And you know how it always goes with Tonga Loa. I don't know what the heck happens when it comes to Tonga Loa. But it just, I seen a worse botch than that. So I think, Tonga still has that number one spot for the worst 619 ever. So Zelina, you still good, girl. Don't worry about it. But again, this was good for Zelina. Of course, the Secret Harvest is doing what they're doing best. Like to see what Chelsea Green is doing. I'm hoping that her nose problem isn't really like that bad. But of course, knowing Chelsea Green, she'll probably sell it, make it look good, make it look great. That's what she does. Mr. Xclusive, what are your thoughts, man? What you think?
Well, look, there's a part of me that would have loved, for Chelsea Green to get the belt back. I can't believe I'm saying that because we were torn. Like when we saw those tournaments initially, we was like, oh man, this is easy. Chelsea Green should be, U.S. champ, and then we'll have Zelina Vega be the Intercontinental champion. Two women that deserve it, that have been in the game for a minute, kind of maybe start the prestige off right. There was a part of me that still wished that Vega wouldn't have won the title just yet. I think that's my biggest thing because I felt like Chelsea Green and the Secret Harvest was doing amazing work. Like, you want to build a title up. My biggest problem was I thought that at some point, if they start doing this, like switching of the titles all the time, we're going to have a women's tag team situation with the mid-tier belts, and you don't want that. I think in my mind, maybe 2 or 3 times a year you change the belt on maybe a mid-card title. Maybe, I personally, I would rather they be longer reigns, but there's a part of me that really wanted Chelsea Green to win it just to see her as a champ because she does such a great job. Now, I'm very proud of Zelina. She went in there, did her thing, despite the terrible 619. And I always say her move. What's the move off the top ropes? The bad boy. What's the name off the top ropes? The flip, the one that she won.
I want to say pop rock, but it ain't that. It was
it's like the red something.
The red,
something red, but like
cold red.
There you go, cold red.
Isn't that a Mountain Dew flavor?
It is a Mountain Dew flavor. She must like Mountain Dew. So the move was clean. She hit Chelsea with it. It went well. But the one thing that we complained about also was like these mid-card titles not getting any, the women's ones not getting any shine during PLEs per se. And so it was kind of nice to see them up there getting a match on a PLE. We saw Lyra get one last month, and then
Backlash,
Backlash, and a couple weeks ago, and now we get this. So I guess us complaining once again has come through in the clutch. So shout out to Zelina. Glad she got the dub, but there was a part of me that wanted Chelsea Green to get the dub.
Yeah, you know what, D? I think it goes back to kind of what we said right before coming on. We were just talking about this, and I think you're right. I think Chelsea, she was really doing good things with the U.S. title, the whole Secret Harvest, her pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green type of thing that she had going on. I mean, it was just great work, and so it seemed like being that she was taking the title, on that upward trajectory that she was on with it, and people were really buying in, and now we've kind of changed lanes with Zelina Vega. It's kind of like that start-stop also that E likes to talk about, that we see a lot of times with WWE. I thought the match itself was fine. And it still kind of seems like it goes back and kind of also proves something else that you guys talked about, which was the right person, wrong title type of thing too. And so I don't know, like I want to give Zelina Vega her time to, because we know that Zelina can go in the ring. She's one of the better female athletes, despite the botch 619, things happen, that type of thing. But she's still one of the better performers in the ring, especially in the women's division. I did like the cold red that she hit yesterday to kind of end the match. But again, I think with time, Zelina Vega will be all right and will be appreciated. More by the fans. The pop right now isn't there, of course, when she comes out like it is for Chelsea Green. But again, Chelsea Green is she's so endearing. So, like I said, she's not the best athlete in the ring and the best wrestler, but she's endearing. And I think that carries a lot of weight when it comes to, being a performer. And I think that's why she's so over. And then, like I said, you have the Secret Harvest, you throw that in there, and the way she is with those girls, it just makes it that much better. But yeah, overall, the match was a solid match. It was a solid match.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think it was definitely a good, solid match. Yeah, of course, I definitely agree with y'all with Zelina. And I think for me, I think it's the music. I think it's the entrance music. I think it just sounds too close to the SmackDown intro that they got. And I really think people be like, oh, well, we segue. Oh, damn, Zelina coming out. Yeah, honestly, when they first did the music change, I said, nah, see, this is too close. And I'll be like, is this what y'all be thinking and saying, yeah, this works. This is the beat that we want. No. Perfect example. Trick Willy Wonka. Hollywood Trick. You see how his music is impactful. You see how his has got people going crazy. You need something like that, Zelina. I'm not telling you need everybody to tell you to whoop that trick. But Zelina, you need something that says it's you. Something that says this ain't just another transitional instrumental. That's what you need. You need something to get these people riled up. Because, Zelina, you go crazy. Another thing, Zelina, stop with the color wigs. Go back to the black hair that you used to have.
Hey, that's funny.
Go all black. Go crazy. Think about it. When she was in NXT, right? When she was just the manager for Andrade, when she did the all black, she had a real certain aura and mystique to her that really made something. And I just feel like now with all the different, I'm like, man, I feel like she's losing herself. Now I get it. She loves to do the cosplay. Okay. Keep that for the cosplay with your OnlyFans and all that. Keep that with that. But we need you to wrestle. And I need you to have this certain aura to you that will make this title reign mean something. That will give your character something. So again, listen to what I'm telling you. Change the music, change your hair. I promise you'll go crazy.
Now, when she was Queen Zelina, didn't she have different music then?
She did, and she changed her accent. That was over. She was good with that.
And that would be something I think that would work with her as U.S. champion, as a heel per se. And I know she's not the queen in the ring now, but it just worked. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would have been a perfect time if they had mid-card titles. She would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for it. And I think, was her music even different when they went to Puerto Rico? It was different then too, wasn't it?
Well, she still went out to the LWO music.
Yeah,
so it's kind of
Yeah, but I agree with you. They need something, and that could potentially help her. Like, but and we'll give a quick example. I know we got to, to go to the next, but think about what B-Fab and Meechin just did on Friday. Their music was I was like, okay, like you look forward when you hear the beat drop, you look forward to that person coming out. I'm like, okay, I like those. So she needs that. I think I agree with you 100%, Eric. That theme song could go a long way because people get hyped for a theme song. They'll get hyped for you. It could be like Sami Zayn. Even I'm not a big fan of Sami Zayn's song.
I'm not.
But if you hear Sami Zayn coming, but that still gets you hyped.
Yeah.
So I agree that she needs something.
Yeah, man. That music is so important for a wrestler, man. You gotta have something make you. Oh, who this? Who's that?
Uh-oh. Here she come. Here she
Come
come.
on, man. Come on. Oh man, but next match that we had that came up on the card was a really good one, honestly. Of course, something that we put in when it comes to a medical. Anything that comes from this man, Drew McIntyre, is always greatness. And Damian Priest is following up just as well. I don't know how Jesse Ventura felt about this match, but I guess we'll talk about that in a second. That man really didn't like some of the rules that were going on, let alone he didn't even let Lillian Garcia even have a chance to explain the rules. Okay, this man was already talking during the time she was trying to explain that. But honestly, overall, great match. Was it brutal? Hell yeah. Was it something I would watch again? Of course. Was I surprised to see Damian walk out? Yeah. I feel like something like this, you should have, maybe put him through the cage.
Oh, with Jesse the Body.
Exactly. I think walking out was all right, man. Look. Yeah. You can't just walk out, climb, or just pin him or put him down. Walking out the cage, man.
Jesse was pissed, man.
He was not having that, man.
You can just walk out of the cage? Like, wait a minute. and then they then listening to Michael Cole try to explain the rules. You can just walk out of the cage? What?
Jesse said, I ain't buying that. Yeah.
That's great.
He was not for it, man. I mean, but overall, great match. I love what they did with it. They cooked up. Honestly, these guys don't disappoint. Love the spot that they did again with the chair in the corner. Damian moving again. Of course, that nice good callback from WrestleMania 41. Reversed it, figured it out, got the job done, and just walked out the cage. So that was nice to see. Great, Prince. What are your thoughts, man? What you think?
Man, these two, they put on good matches. They have good chemistry in the ring with each other, and I know this might not be Drew McIntyre's like ideal opponent to be facing or having multiple matches with, but I think over time or through time, these two have really developed together, like their story and their in-ring prowess to just put on great matches. Like every last one of them have been entertained. Like thinking about going into WrestleMania and these two were facing each other, and we kept talking about this being like more of a Raw or SmackDown match or whatever. But then when the match actually took place at WrestleMania, it was phenomenal. Then you put them in the ring again on Saturday night's main event. And what I like also is the back and forth that's happening between the two of them, with Drew McIntyre, being dominant on one match and getting the win. Then yesterday you see Damian Priest get the win. And I like the way he got the win with the concerto and all of that type of stuff. And then Drew selling it, just, being dead in the middle of the ring, seemingly anyway, just not moving. Just, it's them two, they have a really good chemistry. I don't know if this is the end for them because now that Damian has won, I don't know if Drew is going to be able to just move on clean from this. But the match itself was very entertaining. One of the better matches of the night. And just shout out to those two for the performances that they are able to give in the middle of the ring. It's very entertaining. Loved it. Definitely worthy of a Saturday night's main event. And good. It was just a good job. Good job all around.
Yeah, I agree. Great match. I think that I feel bad for Drew here. Drew keep losing these, best out of three situations. He lose to Punk last year. And he's taken some tough losses in these scenarios and stuff like that. So that part has been a little bit rough for him. But Drew once again proves why he's probably in the company. He's definitely top 5 in the company right now. And just what he's able to do on a consistent basis in the ring is a beautiful thing. I'll piggyback off the Prince and say the same thing, where you can tell these two chemistry is just like through the roof right now. Even though, they may not have, this is not maybe the path they wanted to go into. They made the best out of the situation. And that's what I can appreciate. But for me, now we got to figure out what's the next step for both of these guys. Yeah. Because now, where does Damian go from here? Because there's no real indication of where his next move is. With Drew could go back to CM Punk. He could always, like maybe, Seth. There's other things Drew could do. He still could go after Cody. I mean, there's he's got a couple of eggs in the basket where he can kind of go. With Damian, there's really only the Judgment Day, but it feels like that's so in the past now. Like they don't even it doesn't even seem like it's something that it didn't happen at one point the way it's been lately with since Finn has been on a whole nother trajectory with Dominic. So I'm intrigued to see where they go with Damian. But I did like what I've seen from Damian probably since he lost the title.
Yeah.
He's grown. He's been great. Absolutely good since they lost the title. And I don't want to say he's plateaued, but they've got to figure out how to get him back to
the Archer of Infamy.
Yeah, I feel like he's got to get back to
do all that in there and stuff.
Like he can be a world heavyweight champion. Like obviously he's been one, so you can always have that in your back pocket. But I feel like with Drew, we always feel like, okay, Drew's as a main eventer. Drew's a main eventer. Damian should be a main eventer, but it's not. It doesn't feel like he's there yet. So I don't know what he needs to do to take that next step to be like, oh yeah, that's Damian Priest, man. Oh, that's CM Punk, that's Seth Rollins, that's Roman Reigns. Like, how does he get in that group? If there's like a tier A, he's like B+. He's right there. And it's like, how does he get over there? But I love his work. I wasn't a big fan after he won the title. I was like, I didn't hate him, but I was just like, we'll see. But ever since he lost that title, shout out to Damian Priest, man. I know Shaliqua will like that because she's a big a big Priest person. So, but yeah, man, shout out to the Queen. But that's for me. That's for me.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, that again, overall greatness. I think out of both of those guys, great chemistry. I think what they're doing is great. And again, Damian. You do great stuff. You're from New York. I understand. You get it. We get it. Drew, come on, man. I'm playing for a miracle when it comes to you. Anytime, man. I just want to see you with a title. Hey, bro, look, you can go to a random spot and start handing out deodorant. I already know people are going to go crazy. If they did it for this man at that press conference, they're going to do it again. That man's over. But, we got to talk about the next match because this match was boy, this one was really entertaining, if you ask me. If you want to talk about something with R-Truth, man, what? Now, of course, this was not the longest match because, of course, we know John Cena doing what he does. He's a heel. We know what he's doing. He's trying to ruin wrestling. He beat R-Truth. Got the pin, from a low blow. So it wasn't like it was nothing fair. But my opinion, the best part of the whole thing, and some people probably agree, was this man's entrance. You could not tell me
he killed it.
Didn't have the best John Cena. I thought this was better than John Cena's. I was, it's one of those things how I feel about my man El Grande Americano, the greatest.
Gracias.
Luchador of all time.
See,
like Dirty Dom, the greatest Mysterio of all time. I almost thought R-Truth was the greatest John Cena of all time. I said, nah, man, this man's got it. The crowd went crazy. He had the R-Truth on the shirt. Okay, ran through, hit it with the towel, running through, getting the fans. I said, no, this is good. Then when he runs through the ropes, goes crazy, gets the crowd. Then when he ran to the ropes,
Yep.
Oh my God! Waited, came back. I said, man, this is John. This is John Truth.
Yeah,
John
right.
Truth.
Oh, yeah, old Ron Cena, baby. Old Ron Cena.
He did
that was awesome. It did Ron Cena on the shirt.
Ron Cena, yeah, I love it, man. He killed it. He killed it, man. I do wish it was for the title, and I really do hope this is something that they extend, man. I think they really got something with this. There is really more story to this. I don't think that they're really tapping into yet. I think we gotta, people say, man, it's R-Truth, but you think about it, how hype have people really gotten for this? This got me more hype than almost with Cena and Cody.
Yeah, or maybe it was Cena and Orton. I was like, oh, Truth about to get a shot.
Yeah,
I gotta hop in here and say because it wasn't for the title. So what do y'all think would have happened if it was for the title and R-Truth won it? How do y'all think the fans would have
burned the building down?
The pop would have been crazy. I think the pop would have been crazy.
I got a cold chill just now thinking about it. I was just like, that thing went up my arm just now. Like, man, it could have been amazing, man. Like, it could have been amazing. And there was a part of me that really, really, really wanted, really wanted it to happen. But, it is what it is. And, hopefully they say, you know what, maybe there's a little bit more magic there, that we can make it happen, right? Right? Yeah. So, man, oh man.
Handsome Graham, what's going on?
What up?
Yeah, man, it was good last night. It was good. It was good last night.
It was.
And his question.
But his heel turn is incomplete as a fantasy.
I feel that.
Referred to Dr. Thugonomics to complete the heel turn with. That's the part that I needed. I ain't gonna lie. That was when he went heel. That when he went heel, that's what was going to happen, and it just didn't. But that's okay. Maybe in due time. But overall, for this match, you
said that in the beginning. You've been saying it for a while. He needed to do that.
He has it feels like it has to be something. Like you have to give us. And I know his whole thing was, I don't want to give you guys new stuff. You're going to have to deal with it. No, bro, like that would have made the heel turn. Even if he made your time is up and maybe it's a darker version beat and you keep the lyrics. Okay, that's fine. Your time is up. Your time is now. You can't see me. Your time is now. Like you change the lights and it's all dark in there, But like I feel like that would have took it to another spot. I don't know. But, for this match, though, I will say this. There was a part of me, man. I was like, man, I wish that I thought he was going to win when he wasn't, when it wasn't for the title. I thought like Truth may have won because when they was like Truth is 2-1 against John Cena. I said, wait a minute, he's got a winning record against him and Cody Rhodes. This is crazy work. Like if you got winning records against both, the top tier guys, and you ain't never had a title run, somebody got to change something.
We got it.
What are we doing here? So like, I loved it. I wish that he'd have won. The way Cena won, fitting. So I wasn't even upset that he did the low blow. I remember when it happened, I said, Cena. I said that when I was like, come on, man. But it was a solid match. I can deal with it. I'm not upset, but like you guys said, I need more of this. Like I need it to be so hyped the next time that the title is on the line or whatever. Like if it's at Money in the Bank, well, I guess now we know that they're going to do a tag team match. But if it wasn't happening like that and they was like, R-Truth, you're getting another shot, I'd have been hyped.
Yeah.
I'd have been hyped. I'd have been like, this is his time.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you how they probably would have did. They probably would have had R-Truth win the title, and then someone would have cashed in that Money in the Bank right there.
Cashed it right in.
Yep.
And I'd be like, well, that's what we get out of Truth. He can't say he wasn't a champion.
Exactly. Hey, and all it takes is the pin count. Once you get it in there, you're in there. Kane had the WWE title for one day. Less than 24 hours before Stone Cold took it from him back in the 1997-98. So, yep.
Yeah. Well, yep. I mean, Hanson Grimm also said that, the heel turn feels incomplete. And we've been talking about that for a while, like the whole ruining wrestling, the heel turn for John Cena, how it doesn't really feel like a heel turn. Like the crowd is they still ride it down. Like, I mean, even yesterday when John Cena
went crazy last night.
Thank you, Cena. Like, they still like, I don't know why this did not go well. And he's trying. It's like he's trying to, to do heel things. He's got the low blows going. He's hitting people with the title in the head. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why it's so difficult for John to get over as the heel. And maybe it's just because people do like heels too. I mean, you think about it, like Seth Rollins is heel, but he's still kind of over the Prophets, which are always up.
Come on, now.
They heel, but the crowd still loves it. I mean, right now we said it like at the beginning of the year. This is the year of the bad guy, as Razor Ramon.
Is the of the bad guy,
the bad Chico. Hey, thank you, Frank. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know what else John's gonna be able to do. And like I said, I still been waiting for that shoe to drop with him ruining wrestling. Like that hasn't really come to fruition yet. So we'll see. But the match itself was great. I got what I wanted out of it because when R-Truth came out to the John Cena music, when they played the second time, I was like, am I hearing things? Like, he doesn't double.
It threw me for a loop.
John Cena was this a remix? Like,
it threw me for a loop. But the one funny thing about it was Cena facial expression never changed.
Man.
Because when they zoomed, like when the music hit, it's like he realized it was happening and he just was like,
okay.
Like he looked mad, but he wouldn't show it. And it was like, so that's what I thought. Like when Truth got in the ring, he was doing all the celebrating.
Yeah.
My thought was, all right, you heal Cena. You don't like what he just did. You hit him in the back of the head. Nope.
Yeah.
He let him finish everything.
He let him finish the whole thing. The two great things that I loved, it was when he came out and I said, run the ropes, because I was hoping he would do the back and forth in the ropes in the ring. And when he did it, that was great. And the best part of it was right after he did it, and he did the Cena, turn with the pop. And my man Cena came in clothesline, took his neck straight off. I was in here dying, man. I said, they are still because he had that stern face the whole time, and he let him do that pop. And as soon as he turned around, he gave him that clothesline. It was like, this is hilarious.
That was
good. It was
good.
good. The match itself was all right. It wasn't long. It wasn't a whole, but they had their back and forth.
It was entertaining.
Doing the shoulder tackles and doing the the little shit, the shoulder shake They were doing their thing. It was good, man. They did a good job.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, they really did.
Eric, gone. Whoa, wait a minute. He's out of here.
Say his name and he'll appear.
I believe in Eric Knight.
Big Knight.
We'll have to wait for E to pop back in here, but I'm pretty sure he'll be back in just a second. The internet sometimes can have a mind of its own. Yeah, have a mind of its own. But
for a second earlier, I thought it was gonna boot me.
Look, there he is. Say
from
his
London
name,
to Paris and Tokyo.
I
believe in Eric Knight.
What just happened? I don't know what the.
Hey, look,
and just cut off.
We stung you back in here. We was like, we're gonna get him back in here.
we was on wave your hands
side to side.
I believe in Eric Knight.
Eric.
Yeah,
we are diabolical. Yeah, we are diabolical.
Y'all wait. Now we're just waiting for an Eric Knight concert.
And they don't want one of those, boy. Give me
we thought you came in and said, I'm bigger than this podcast. I'm bigger than Xclusive Knights. I'm bigger than StreamYard. I'm bigger than the links. I'm bigger than Facebook. Hey, I'm bigger
than it all, baby.
I'm Hollywood Knight.
I'm Hollywood.
Hollywood Knight go crazy. I'm Hollywood Knight, baby. I'm
Hollywood Knight. I'm Hollywood.
Hey, I cannot wait for the night. Battleground.
Oh man, I can't wait, dude. This is gonna go crazy. Before we get to Battleground, let's talk about this last match.
Yeah.
When Jey Uso and Logan Paul. Because even before this match happened, John Cena walked up to Jey, told Jey, I know exactly what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to really ruin wrestling. A YouTuber being the world heavyweight champion. What happened?
That would have been a good way to ruin wrestling, actually.
I'm not going to lie. That would have made sense.
Yeah, that would have been an excellent way to ruin it.
Oh, yeah, people would have been pissed, but it would have made sense. You would have told the story. This would have been something that would have, something that you quoted. I mean, it would have made sense.
We're still waiting for him to ruin wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. It has not happened yet. It has not happened yet.
But this match didn't even almost pretty much finish. Why? Because John Cena comes out, interrupts, tries to beat the hell out of Jey Uso. And then what happens? Who comes out? The quarterback. The captain. The American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes. Or should I say, some people would call him Cody Raheem Rhodes. Okay.
Hey.
This man comes back. Okay.
That little flavor.
You know what I'm saying? This man comes back, hits John Cena with a crossroads, grabs the mic, tells Cena and tells Logan, you and Logan versus me and Jay. Tag team match. Money in the Bank. And this is the finish. Right here. Love to see it, man. Love to see it, man. Love to see my man Cody Raheem Rhodes come back. You know what I'm saying? To see that man come back, go crazy. You know, the main thing is just to see the man Cody come back. And honestly, you know, there's always been talks about, you know, even with Cena's heel turn. And some people say that originally it was still supposed to be Cody turning heel and not John. And I think I still wonder to this day, what would that look like? Well, I mean, anybody that knows it. Anybody's watched Cody Rhodes' time in Ring of Honor and New Japan and all those things when he was truly the American Nightmare with his run with the Bullet Club and the Young Bucks with Kenny Omega. Look, I'm giving y'all history right now.
I'm giving y'all
all history, this stuff that I'm telling you right here. Greatness.
Go check the YouTubes, baby. Come on.
This is what we got YouTube for. Look this stuff up. You'll see why this man was the American Nightmare. That was prime, okay? I need that Cody. But hey, I'm good with quarterback Cody. I'm good with Cody Raheem Rhodes doing what he has to do. Cody, keep killing it. Cody, do what you got to do. I'm glad you had that little month off. You needed it. I ain't going to cap, man. You've been whole year just doing what you have to do. So I get it. Take that year, take that month off, do what you got to do. But, man, you got to get that title back or something. Because I ain't going to lie. With John Cena having this, I'm with it, but I'm not. I don't know. I mean, even the fact that they're doing a tag team match at Money in the Bank, low-key still concerns me. Because why in the hell two of your main title holders in a tag team match at Money in the Bank?
Ugh.
Unless y'all are setting something up for somebody to lose a title.
Right. What paper? All right. I don't know if y'all remember the pay-per-view. Happened in Richmond. It was Booker T and Finlay versus Batista. Who was Batista's partner? But the main event was because Booker T and I think Batista were world champions at the time. They were the world champions at the time, and then they had them all in the. They was in the title match. I don't know why I was drawing them. I was at this pay-per-view, but I remember
Rey Mysterio.
It might have been.
Was he still tagging with Ray? Because that was because he used to do a lot of that when he had the World Heavyweight Championship and he was tagging with Ray. I know it wasn't with Eddie because he was tagging with Eddie first. And then he started tagging with Ray.
It might have been Cena, to be honest with you. I'd have to go back and look. But I remember that was the last time I think they had both champions that I can remember that were both champions and they were tagging in the match together. And that was the main event match of that pay-per-view. And I was just like, I guess so. And I remember going there just being disappointed because I was just like, bro, this is not what I want. Like, I want to see, the titles on the line. I don't want to see no tag team match. So yeah, hopefully it's not the main event match. We'll figure that one out too, I guess.
Yeah, man. Heartbreak Prince, what's your thoughts, man? What you think about this?
Oh, wrong person.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I thought the match itself was good. Between them, and I liked how Cena came out and interfered. I did like that because I was like, oh man, he's really trying to make a YouTuber the champion. This would be diabolical. This would be like ruin wrestling. Nobody wants to see Logan Paul as the world champion. And so I mean, nothing against Logan, but just it's Logan Paul, and we know like nobody likes him. They boo the heck out of him every time he comes out. So. It would be diabolical to see him carrying the belt, especially when you got Jey Uso as over as he is. But seeing, the American Nightmare return was also good. And he looked good. Looked like he, was back in the gym, getting his body in shape over the last, few months or last month or so he's been out or off TV. So he looks like he has the time off that he needed to kind of rest up, get his body right. Because he had a long run, man, as the the undisputed champion, and it took its toll on him, and so it was good to see him back. Looks rejuvenated, refreshed, ready to go. I don't know how I like the idea of a tag team match at Money in the Bank because I have big hopes for Money in the Bank, especially with some of the matches that seem to be kind of coming about as far as the women's and men's Money in the Bank matches. I would rather have seen a singles title match go down there, but hey, we'll take what we can get. I'm sure it's still going to be good. You're still talking about Jey Uso. You still talk about Cody Rhodes, John Cena. So, it'll be. I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be just fine.
Yeah. I thought the match as a whole was a solid match. Look, Jake Paul, one of them. Logan Paul has been very extremely lucky. He's like had 30 matches in WWE.
Yeah.
And he's had two? This was his second world title match that he's had, and he's been U.S. champion. So he's had multiple title shots.
Yeah.
And he's been able to make the most of pretty much every match he's been in. Like, it's like if he's in a match, it's more, not gonna say it's box office, but it is. And that's kind of where he's been. So whenever he's involved in it, he's going to be in a high profile match. He hasn't done any he doesn't fight, I don't know, Carl Anderson or something like when he was there, fight those guys. He fights.
It's always big fights.
It's big fight. I mean, so shout out that tells you how much they have faith in his ability in the ring. And even though we don't want to see him as world champion, when it does happen, because I feel like it will happen.
It will happen.
And I think the reason why he gets so many of these shots is because they want to see, what it would be. He's going to get booed out the building. I think he actually will probably be a solid world champion because of the hate that he has. And it takes a good heel. He could be a good heel and be champion whenever they decide to make that move. But I love I love Jey. I thought Jey Uso had a really good match. I was a little worried because we always talk about Jay's always coming from the crowd, and he's so he eats so much coming down to the ring that he's tired. He's tired. But what I saw that they did that was slick this time, they let him do it initially. Then they cut to like a promo or something, or they was talking about highlights. So that got him time to get to the ring where he wasn't dead dog tired, going off. So I like that they did that for him to kind of have him prepare for the match. But overall, good match. Seeing Cody come back, I thought it was going to be a little bit longer, if I had to be honest with you. I thought they maybe Money in the Bank. I thought, give him pretty much a full 2 months out to kind of get himself recuperated. And then, maybe he pops up, at Money in the Bank for whatever reason. But now I'm intrigued to see, do they go about the route of giving Cody the belt back, or is they going to, make him wait for a while? So that was a good match, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, overall, good match. Not a shock. Jey Uso, you did your thing. Cody, you did your thing. Logan, you did your thing. John, should I say, you John said, the only other one I know, the only other Cena I know is Ron Cena.
That's right.
That's it.
Ron Cena, baby.
But look.
That's the loyalty and truth.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hustle, loyalty,
have that shirt
Come on, Ron Cena.
Hey, look, I hope that they're listening. I want some money for that. Just
that's what I'm saying. Hustle, loyalty, and truth, bro. That's good. That's good. But tonight is gonna be a tough one, man. Even for me, as a fan, as a pro wrestling fan, man, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got AEW. They got Double or Nothing happening tonight. Of course, and we got also NXT's Battleground, so they're going to be competing basically either match for match, card for card. This is going to be good. It's hard for me as a fan to choose, but we got to watch NXT because it's just something about this man, Sean, when he's hooking up, and we got to talk about it with this man.
Well, look, Eric, I will say this. You won't have to worry about it because AEW still will be going on once a Battleground is over. So you'll still get the last 2 hours. You'll be good. You'll be good.
As long as I get that anarchy in the arena, I'm good. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. But, we got to talk about Battleground. One of the first matches that we really talk about. Come on. With the culling. Okay, the culling. And Brooks Jensen and Hank and Tank. Honestly, this match is going to be solid. I think overall, we have nothing to really worry about with this. This is going to be a 6-man tag, regardless. Either it's one or two things, in my opinion. Okay, either this is going to look good for the culling. The culling gets this win. This looks good for them. This looks strong, especially for Shawn Spears. He needs this for this group. Now they've been dominating in NXT. They've been doing some stuff. His NXT title reign, we talked about this before. They killed that too early. They should have let this man still have this title. Okay, I'm not nothing against my man Ricky Saints. Okay, that man is gifted. That man's got aura. That man has got charisma through the roof. Okay? But again, we talked about that shiny new toy. Y'all got to leave that toy, put that toy down. Sometimes when you know somebody's got an aura, you need to follow that. Come on, Sean. We talked about this before. Now, I'm not against this, but, with Sean Spears, I think this is going to be good for him. They have to win this tonight. I don't think Hagen Tank lose any momentum because, again, this is the Cullings time. They need something that's going to put them on a trajectory that's going to make this faction look good and look strong. They need something. So, again, but Brooks Jensen, I mean, it is what it is for him. I mean, you're just the man in the middle, okay? And I ain't talking Malcolm in the middle. Look, all I'm saying is, at this point, the Cullen needs this, and I think that's just firmly. I don't think anybody else really needs to take this W more than them. But hey, we'll see what happens. Heartbreak Prince, what are your thoughts, man? What you think?
Yeah, initially I thought, I was going to be Team Hank and Tank, and they're in this, but I do think the Cullen needs this a little bit more. I'm gonna go. I think the Cullen will probably win this. I don't see them pinning Hank and anybody, either Hank or Tank. Maybe Brooks Jensen, but I'm gonna go to Cullen.
I'm gonna touche that. I'm also gonna go with the Cullen. I just like, and y'all know how I feel. I still think Sean Spears should be North American champion as well. So for me, keep that momentum. They need to get that momentum going and keep that rolling. So I'm going with the Cullen in this one. I nothing against Hank and Tank. I like, Sean Spears is Sean Spears. So
he's cooking. The Cullen is cooking. Come on, man.
Perfect 10, baby. Perfect 10.
So next match we got to talk about real quick. We've talked about this on Heartbreak. The Don. Tony D'Angelo.
Praying for Elwood tonight, y'all. Praying for Elwood.
It's sad, man. I'm telling you, look, I ain't gonna lie. My prediction for this, the Don needs this. The Don truly needs this W, in my opinion. I think Stacks wins this. Okay, cool. I get it. But at the same time, I don't think that's going to look good for the Don, man. I think we need to see the Don get the W. And please, for the love of Christ, please bring the D'Angelo family back. That's all I'm asking for. Bring them back. Put them on the main roster. Let them cook. Please. You want to have a faction that's going to thrive? You want to have a faction that's going to make you some money? Come on. You better do the man. Do what I'm telling you.
Listen to him.
Ain't lying. Look. You want to get people, you want to get some butts in seats. Get the D'Angelo family back. I promise you. All right? But yeah, I'm going with the Don overall. Don needs beat Stacks, get him back in the family. Let's bring it back. What y'all thoughts? What y'all think?
Well, like I said it yesterday. I don't know if they can ever, reconcile. They just need to make separate families at this point. Look, when you see mafia movies, there's always some rival family or somebody I don't like the Wittebatas, whoever they are, the Martinellis, whoever they are, whoever Stacks family, he needs to start building the Martinellis. He needs to start building that family, and then the Don needs to replenish his family. Bring some people in the fold and make this a full-blown turf war. I want blood. All right. I mean, I want violence. I want something that's going to culminate in a TLC match. They're going to call it the family business TLC match. Somebody goes out there and it's just a bloodbath. This is for all the honor. This is for everything. Maybe a combination next year. Yeah, for the respect. Who takes over the streets? I take over whatever it is. I need that. So I'm going for the Don tonight because I feel like I'm rooting for the Don tonight. But if Stacks wins, I think this could be where Stacks is like, look, I got the family. Then maybe the Don comes back. He rebuilds the family, and then they go at it, rivalry. So that's what I'm hoping for out of this.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, you can't be the Don with no one there besides you. You gotta have people, right? That's all I'm saying.
I feel that.
Don't cry, Elwood. Don't cry, man. Oh, you on mute, Elwood? You're muted, Elwood. Oh, he's still
You
on
still
mute.
muted.
Wait a-
The crazy work.
Oh no, he don't went silent,
no.
y'all. He don't went
He
silent.
went silent. See, this is what you're doing to us, Sean. You done got him so upset he can't even talk. This man is stuck on mute. This is crazy. This is crazy. Here we
Wait a
go.
minute.
He back. He back.
He's back. I can hear him.
Yeah,
I can hear him. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Don in this. I'm sorry. I need the Don in this, and because I got to take the Don in this, and it can't go any other way. We can't have Stacks out here running roughshod. Not in the family. And I think whether they can beat some sense back into him and bring him back into the family, or if he goes off and starts his own thing, I'm down for either way. As long as the Don is on top, that's all that matters. Because I know the Don can do his scouting report if he needs to face Stacks in the future. Right. He can give me the intel. Give me the intel. What do I need to know about Stacks? What do I need to know about the new family?
Who's he running?
Who's he running? What territories are they running?
Out of 2nd and 47. Like,
yeah. The Don can take it. The Don can handle it. Just hand the crowbar. I'll take care of this. Take your knees out. Yeah.
Oh, dang. Carrying us now.
Yeah, there you go. Diabolical, dude. Either way, but Stack's got to be sleeping with the fishes. So, we got to have a Don tonight. It's got to be him. And if it's not the Don, I'm in heartbreak big time. I'm gonna be straight in Heartbreak Hotel. So,
we need you top notch, man. Come on, Don. You gotta get this. You gotta get this done.
I'm telling you, man. He's been taking too many L's. I don't like how the Don been looking, man. He gotta do something. Yeah. But the next match, we come on now.
we don't need to discuss.
I'm about to say, and the person's gonna be like, "Look, I don't want this. I don't need
next."
This.
Love. We already know this is gonna be a banger. Lonnie versus Soul 2. We know what's going to happen. It's probably going to be our girl Soul, getting the W. But, hey, don't be surprised. If something happened with Zarya and her, I'm telling you right now, I got a feeling, bro. Zarya going to do something tonight that has to do something with Soul. So, either it's going to – now, again, I don't think she's going to lose the title, but it's going to be something where it's going to slip up, mess up, and she has to fix it. Or, hey – just saying, don't be upset if you see my girl Lonnie get that title again. That's all I'm saying.
Two times.
Lonnie, boy, look, I don't know. I'm not saying I want it to happen now, okay? Because I don't want to see that happen to Soul. If she would have did that to Fallon, hey, you got it. And even if you would have did it to La Primera, I would have let that one slide. But I don't know how I'm going to feel if she do that to Soul, man. I don't think that's right. So, yeah, man, I'm going to still go with Soul, but I still think Zarya's going to do something. And I think this is, again, probably going to be one of the better matches of the night. Definitely going to see some crazy spots from both of these women, so it's going to go crazy. But, yeah, overall, I'm going Soul. Go ahead and snatch it. Heartbreak Prince, what's your thoughts, man? What you think?
I'm going to keep this nice and sweet. The only two-time thing I see happening tonight is 2 Soul Snatchers given to Kalani Jordan, and then the pin and the win. So it's going to be Soul Snatch, pin it, and still champion. So I got Soul all day, every day. Sorry, Lonnie. It just ain't your time.
Man, I don't know, man. All right, so Soul, my girl, because we've talked about for almost a year now about how we really wanted Soul to take that leap and take that step. She's champ now, and I'm happy for her. But also, there's a part of me that says, man, Lonnie did dirty because she didn't get a chance to really be champ. He had some really good, solid title defenses. I just feel like if she was going to lose the title, it should have been to Stephanie. And Fallon Haley, she shouldn't even the title shouldn't have never left her hands until it was Stephanie Vakir. She should have, if that was going to, that's who should have dethroned her. But like I said, without that happening, though, we don't get the Lonnie we got now. So the Lonnie we got now has kind of done some really good stuff. Her character has really developed in a nice way. So I'm with Eric here. Don't be surprised if Lonnie has some help from Zarya over there to get the dub because, hey, look, I just wouldn't be surprised. But for Soul's sake, I want to see a Soul Snatcher get the dub. That would be pretty cool. I still have Soul winning this, but I'm fully with Eric when I say don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
I will be.
If Lonnie is the two-time North American Women's Champion.
I'm telling you, man, something about it. No, but we're gonna talk about something that's greatness. So we're gonna talk about somebody that's got aura. Because I already talked about it one time already. I ain't gonna talk about nobody that got aura because we know this one woman got the most amount of aura if she's at a hockey game. This woman can go anywhere. Okay, that woman's got natural aura.
Coast to post to post.
That's right.
The aura that is on this woman is just unmatched. So we got to talk about it with La Primera. Okay, going up against Jordan Grace. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you right now, my predictions for this, and we talked about this on our break. It's going to be either one or two things. It's either La Primera is going to be losing this and going to the main roster, or La Primera is going to be losing this and going to the main roster. That's just what it is. Okay. And I know what y'all thinking. Why would this man say the same thing twice? Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's too much in your face. Pause. Why? We have Jordan Grace, the shiny new toy. She's right here in your face. This woman has been on the Royal Rumble. She has already had her appearances on NXT multiple times when she was on TNA as the TNA champion. And this is also why I have big concerns for my man, Joe Hendry, as well. But Jordan Grace has made so many appearances on WWE. And she's already, this is what, her third title shot?
Mm-hmm.
Third time's the charm. And now it's just you and La Primera. La Primera's already been on Raw multiple times. The aura's been on this woman. The crowd goes crazy. When you see this woman at a Rangers game, why do these people go crazy? Because they love Stephanie Valkyrie. They love La Primera. No matter where she goes, what she's doing, that woman's got aura. 9 times out of 10, she's going to be losing this title tonight and going to the main roster and going on Raw. Wouldn't be surprised, and she's probably going to kill that and go crazy on the mid-card, main card, any card. Come on now. Freddie Prince, what are your thoughts, man? What you think?
I'm in agreement, man. I think this is the night. Like I said on Heartbreak, we've already seen Roxanne go to the main roster. We've seen the Beautiful Madness and Julia go to the main roster. I just cannot see them leaving Stephanie Valkyrie in NXT. And so I think tonight Jordan Grace will win the NXT title for the women's division, and Stephanie Valkyrie she's on Raw Monday night, and that's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't want to see Stephanie lose a title. I do think that this last 4 or 5 months we've seen too much passing of the NXT championship. Since Roxanne lost it, it's been moving way too much. And so they need to find somebody to settle in on to be the champ. Obviously, I don't think they want to put Jordan Grace on the main roster just yet. There's been no indication. She hasn't been up there to fight. So I'm going to go with Jordan Grace, but I think that I don't know how many slots are left open in the Money in the Bank, but if there's some slots left open, don't be surprised if Stephanie Valkyrie is in that bad boy but before the end of the next 2 weeks, because we've already seen Roxanne and Julia. They're already in there. And, what we've seen from Triple H in this era of Money in the Bank is he tries to get as many of his potential superstars in there. In threes to try to see if they are, what crowd reactions are they going to get? What can they feed from this? So don't be surprised. Stephanie's the next one. I mean, to be honest with you, for Julia and Roxanne to get up there, or at least Julia to get up there before Stephanie, mind blowing to me. But obviously Stephanie is the champion, because Stephanie, somehow is just a little bit past Julia in the last couple of months, because coming in, Julia was getting all the love. You know what I'm saying? She was getting all the love coming in. They've talked about it since last year, before we knew Stephanie was even making the entrance into here. So I got to go with Jordan Grace tonight, and not because I want that. It's just not what I want at all.
Yeah,
it's not what I want at all.
Yeah, we also got to come to terms that tonight's probably gonna be the last night we're going to be hearing Booker T. Commentate for La Primera's,
Oh my God, recorded.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man.
It's a couple things we ain't gonna be hearing no more. So unless they got Wade, which come on, Wade, you can't. I ain't gonna lie, Wade be trying to do the same thing Booker be doing, and they just don't be working. You know, I mean, you know, this man is from the UK. I don't get like how they be thinking this is gonna work. Accent wise, I mean, he's trying his best.
King's English.
He's trying his best.
Bianca. He's still saying Bianca. So I mean,
Bianca.
Bianca.
Bianca Bella. I'm like,
Bianca Bella. Oh, Bianca.
Another one that could be a possible big heartbreak is one personal. The ruler over.
Ooh.
Going up against Miles Bourne, man. I ain't gonna lie. This is a toss-up, dude, because it's really the one or the other. But again, we talked about this on Heartbreak. This is one of those situations where Miles Bourne cut a hell of a promo that seemed like it was a promise more than anything that he will be winning this NXT champion. And honestly, again, if this does happen, if this happens for Obafemi, if he is the man that is to lose the title tonight, we can't say that this hasn't been a ruler's way to go out. You know, I'm just a little hurt, man. You know, when it comes to the ruler. Yeah, I was getting a little
Don't even get me started.
It's gonna be a very tearful night.
It's just when it comes to the ruler, man. When it comes to the ruler, man, I'm like, yeah, this might be it. And this could be the night we are going to be seeing a lot of titles get dropped tonight. And I think Oba's gonna be. I think he's in that group. I think he might be in that group tonight. Again, could be swerving us. Sean, you good for that? Because you got us on Stand and Deliver. Because I swear to God, I thought the young OG had it, and you got me. I swear you. See, it's something about it. He knows. I feel like when he knows that we're really on to this, he's just gotcha. Sean, you got me again. But we'll see. Heartbreak Prince. I know how you feel about the ruler, man. What's your thoughts, man? What you think?
I think I'm in my own head on this one, y'all. But I feel like it's Miles Bourne tonight. I feel like the Disney story thing and the happy ending. It's bothering me, and I feel like they have the perfect opportunity for this to happen. And like I said, I just don't know how much more Oba can do in NXT at this point in time. Would it be nice to have Oba, retain and continue being the ruler of NXT? It would be, but I feel like bigger things is in his future. And I think there's more that he can tackle on the main roster. Hell, I wouldn't mind seeing him on the main roster competing to be at Money in the Bank, honestly. But Miles Bourne, I think, is going to be the new champion after tonight.
Man,
pains me to say it. The babyface, the young Randy Orton, the push, the Disney story. It's all it's all in there.
He's out of nowhere, as Elwood. The prince said yesterday. He said he came out of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, he's Randy
like an RKO.
So, I mean, I'm just not even surprised at this point. I'm only doing this to try to keep hope. I'm going to go with Oba, just for hope purposes. Do I think he's going to win? Probably. I don't know, man. But I feel like I don't know if he wins straight up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
somebody helps him.
Somebody stops Oba in his path, and then I don't know Javon Evans. I don't know who it is. But I feel like that's kind of maybe the way it happens. But Oba's done such a really good job as champ. And I mean, if it ends here, it ends here. But I don't know. I have really weird feelings about this. I feel like the person that was going to take the title from it probably should have been Javon Evans, because Javon Evans has really done a great job here in the last last year or so. So in the last couple of months, he's been really great. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Oba just to keep just to keep the energy up, guys. But I think we all know where this might be going, and not a fan of it. Not a fan.
Yeah, man. But hey, somebody that has been a fan of something that I've been a fan of saying, of course, my man, that's bigger than NXT. He's bigger than TNA. He's bigger than WWE. He's bigger than Battleground. He's bigger than Tampa. He's bigger than Maine. He's bigger than Sunday. He's bigger than Live. At this point, I'm looking at anything I can find to say that he's bigger. He's bigger than Peacock. He's bigger than USA. He's bigger than Netflix. He's bigger than streaming. He's bigger than exclusive. I don't even know what else is making me big. Man,
he's bigger than the boat in the background. Look,
he's bigger than Hollywood.
This man, Hollywood. Look, I'm all for this match. I think this has been great. The story these men have told, the story they told, the interaction, the concerts that they did this last week. Okay, all their backstage stuff they've been doing. I have loved this. I think in ways both of their characters have developed and evolved from this whole situation. Now, like I said before on Heartbreak, the only way that this is gonna really evolve and solidify the name of Hollywood Trick, you gotta give this man the title.
He's gotta win.
Give him his title. He needs his title, Ava. Give him his title. Give him the title. He needs this. This is gonna be something, I swear. This is gonna really make the Hollywood Trick name mean something. Okay? Trick Willy Wonka, I got it. We understood. That's you and Lash. That's you and Lash thing. Lash out, Trick, I get it. You ain't got no title. Now you want to throw some cups around. I get it. That makes sense. Hollywood Trick. Now this is when you Hollywood Trick, now you're the TNA champ. That's what Hollywood Trick means. He was TNA champ. He was NXT champ. He was North American champ. That's TNA. That's WWE. That's NXT. That's what makes the Hollywood Trick name mean something. So tonight, in my opinion, you got to win this, Trick. You need this. Because Joe was talking a lot of stuff about you, bro. And it didn't look good. I was like, man, it was a lot of stuff. It was bad. He was cooking him.
It was a bad look.
Him. Boiling him. Grilling him. Sauteing.
It was rough. It was a little rough.
Not again. Flambe, souffle.
Come on now.
You do this again?
Come on now. It was good though. Great stuff. But Trick, you need this, man.
He did.
What's y'all thoughts, man? What y'all?
Look, I'm gonna say this. I watched. I don't know. They had a TNA pay-per-view. I think recently, maybe like a couple days. Well, a couple days ago, Trick was on TNA, and when he came out to the ring, the crowd reaction was up there. Like it was like that music hit, and the crowd whoop. I mean, they were just as loud as they were at NXT, or have we seen them in any of those events? Let me tell you, I agree with you. If they make this is the move we've been waiting for. If they're gonna do it, this is the time to do it. They have to have one of the other guys on the other shows win the title and try to take over that company. That has to happen. If it's going, this is the best chance for it to happen. Now, there's a part of me I'm still going with Joe. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going with Joe because I don't think they're gonna make the leap. But if they're gonna do it, this is it. This is it. He's over on TNA. He's already proven that he's over on their side, on their brand. He's over there. And I'm like, okay, if they're going to do it, this is it. Now, maybe this is like, if they do it, maybe Joe Hendry's going to take a little bit of a break. And now he's going to run shop, kind of what they did with Cody, and maybe give him a little time off. Because, look, Joe Hendry's been running just as much as anybody else here, doing indie shows, doing, WrestleMania, doing the Rumble. He's been running around just as much as any other superstar. And it might be a little fatigue in there. So if it happens, the Trick Willy Wonka or Hollywood Trick era in TNA
Trick, come on now.
will be interesting. Will be interesting. So yeah, but I'm going with Joe. I got to clarify that. But yeah, man, Trick. Yeah, man.
I'll tell you, I know that make people watch TNA a lot more if Trick wins that title.
I'm gonna be peeking in a little bit more just to be like, all right, where they going with this?
Real quick, I think it's best for business. I see where you're coming from, D, but I think it's best for business. I think Trick has to win this tonight. There's money to be made here with this, especially with the title change into a different promotion. And I think there's so many opportunities here that Trick has to win. And then I think a great story can unfold. Money can be made. And I think, again, it's best for business. So we got to complete Hollywood Trick with the TNA title.
Agreed.
Yeah, man.
Agreed.
I got Trick tonight.
I got Trick, man. I'm telling you, I got Trick.
I got
Trick.
That's
the best way, man. If he's gonna win this, that's gonna solidify that Hollywood Trick name, man. I'm telling you, it's like the different eras from Trick. It makes sense. That Hollywood Trick, that's gonna. Man, what? At that point, now when you win that title, you gotta come up with a fur. Come out with a fur, no shirt like you normally do, but just come out with the fur, with the title, go crazy. Yeah. Now you Hollywood trick for real. I'm giving you keys here. Give me your tips. Listen to what I'm telling you here. It'll come.
Instagram, I see you. AEW had a good show last night. I'm behind, so I gotta go back and check it out. Yeah, so I gotta check it out. So yeah, but we'll have some AEW content for you on. I'm sure if you do it, we'll have nighttime this week coming in.
We'll definitely be breaking down some stuff on nighttime, man. I got to do it for my peoples, man.
Yeah, because we hurt people.
Hey,
because we hurt people.
We hurt people. Oh man, but please, y'all, make sure you follow us on all of our social medias. You subscribe, like, and hit that notification button. But just to know, we're on Facebook, we're on that. Instagram, we're on that. X, we're on that. TikTok, we're on that as well. Okay? Just make sure y'all
almost at 100 on YouTube.
Almost. Come on now. We about like 2 away. So we need y'all to go ahead and do what you can. Tell some more people about us.
Closer.
Subscribe, man. We're telling you, we're giving y'all heat every time we get on this camera.
Yeah,
y'all fire. Okay.
Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat.
You know what I'm saying? We're giving y'all greatness every time we get on this thing, okay?
I mean, the
exclusive way. That's all we do. Oh, man. But I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. We had the legacy maker himself, Mr. Xclusive, and the one man and the only man that can check you into the Heartbreak Hotel, the Heartbreak Prince.
We need one more subscriber on YouTube, people. We just need one.
Just need one.
Go ahead and make it happen.
Just one. Come on, now we doing
99. This. We just need 99.
We just need one more. One more. We'll almost be there. Once we hit 100, then we definitely gonna go crazy. Watch. We hit 100.
We taking the roof off.
We're talking about backflips off the building, baby.
Okay?
We talking Bronson Reed tsunamis.
Come on now. And I know by the time y'all keep watching it, y'all gonna have them chills, boy, the rock chills. Stop playing with it.
We had that about.
Oh man. But hey, we strive to always be the best there is, the best there was, best there ever will,
best there ever will be.
With the excellence of execution.
That's right.
That's it, boy. Because we are the Xclusive Knights, and we make sure that your nights will never be the same.
Peace. That's
true.
That's true.
That's true.